Hello, my name is Amira Muhammad. I'm with Five Links and Empower Network. Um, Today is, I think, day 8 for my video challenge with Empower Network. And, well, last night around, I'm trying to think, we had a hangout for the prosperity team for Empower Network. And, oh my goodness, that hangout was so awesome. I swear. I mean, it gives, like, for me, if I was not in Empower Network, I was so joined 20 times over. It's a shame. I mean, like, it's not just a blogging platform. However, it it strengthens you in your mind. It puts you in a place where you feel empowered. Like you feel like it's like basically you're growing. Like they emphasize reading, um, different material like Think and Grow Rich, just different books. So that way you can you can um you can grow as a person, of course. And then they also tell you to listen to different um audio every day, like inspirational audio, so that way you can your mindset change. They want your mindset to change, and it's awesome. It can be very awesome. But my thing is, when I was on the hangout, um, one thing that got me kind of like wow was Rob Ford. He said that I'm not sure where he was at exactly because I kind of caught the tail end of it, but basically he was saying that he was somewhere and he seen a couple that was struggling with their child. The child was grown, and they would never. The child would be like literally a baby in the mind. So basically, they're changing his diaper every day and stuff like that. And he what did he say? He said that they were struggling. He's in a wheelchair and everything, and he asked him, "Why don't you get a wheelchair lift?" And the mother or the parent, one of the parents said, "Oh, we can't afford a wheelchair lift." So um, it touched my heart that he was able to do that. They basically stole their van, not really stole it, but they basically took over their van and they put a wheelchair lift on the van so that way it'll be easier for you know for them to get, transport their child. And I'm like, wow. I mean, can you imagine being in a position to help someone um, that they can't really do it. Like, say for some reason, you know, somebody's about to get evicted or anything like that. Anything where though it can help a family come out of there, basically make it easier on them to make it easier on them to get along in life. I mean, like, can you imagine that? Like, Empower Network can do that for you. I'm not. I mean, like, people have made $10,000 a month, or even more. Some people make less. It all depends. And I was really inspired by that. Also, Dee she she went through a lot in her life, like a lot that most people shouldn't even have gone through, like being raped. What else did she go through? Being like almost starving to death. People they left her to die literally, and she is such an amazing person. She inspires me to become better. Like I seen that, I'm like, wow, like really, like I would never think that the way she is now that she went through that situation. And I just pray that God keeps blessing her. And another thing I've noticed that her husband, he was being I guess they wanted him to come on stage with the Empower Network. I guess they were like showing his check or whatever he got, and he wanted her to come up, and she was like, "No, it's your time to shine. I just want you." And she basically hid in she was on backstage, but then she hid in the audience or whatever, and was looking at her husband in the audience, and then he wanted his wife. So she's like, everybody pointed to her, and he was like, "I want my wife to come up," and basically he told her how appreciative he was, basically how grateful and appreciative, basically thanking her for for her being in his life. And I was like, wow, like who doesn't want a relationship like that? Like they have so much love for each other. I was like, wow, like Empower Network can really change your change the way you think. It can change your whole character. It could turn you 360. Like if you're like I don't know, if you have issues as far as your attitudes and stuff like that, it can literally be changed overnight. I'm not lying. I mean, it can really change, and you just have to want yourself to change and keep striving to change, and that's the only way you're going to change. And I was wow, it's almost like like when I was in a hangout. The hangout was for like 3 hours. It didn't seem like that. It didn't seem like I was in a boring meeting. Someone that keeps repeating yourself over and over and over and over again, and you're like, oh my God, when is this going to happen? Give me the gun. Let me shoot myself in the head. Like some people, when you go to meetings like that, you're ready to just jump off the building. Like they just keep talking and saying the same thing over and over again. And when you go to a hangout, you want people to be inspired. You want people to be like, yeah, I do want to join, or whatever it is. It could be mom and pop cleaning store. You want people to join your mom and pop cleaning store, whatever, or you want them to just patronize you. But my point is like, if you want some, like, you just have to be inspiring people, like make it seem like you have a voice, you have something to offer, you have been through something, how you have grown, etc., etc. That's what Empower Network does for you. They have you growing. I mean, literally, if you do everything they tell you to do in the program, you can succeed. There are people that have succeeded in Empower Network. Now, with I told you before, as I said before, I'm with Five Links in Empower Network, and in Five Links, they had, I mean, both companies, it's like a family setting. Like, people want you to succeed. They don't want you to fail. They want you to they want you to transcend and, not be where you are. Like, they don't want you to just, I'm not just money wise, like your mindset as well. Both companies are like, wow, seriously. Like, if you listen to the phone calls of both of the team, of both Five Links and Empower Network, you'd be like, wow, like they really care about each other. And with corporate America, a lot of times you don't get that. Like, you're like stepping on other people's toes. You're like, people will just stab you in the back because they don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to have their position, et cetera, et cetera. And with having a business with Five Links or Empower Network, I'm telling you, it's awesome, very awesome. I mean, the the income potential with both companies are limitless. Like, I can't express that enough. It's just how you work your own business. It's your work ethic. You have to put in the time and the effort in order to be able to make that type of money, because it's not going to, like I said before in my other videos, it's not going to just jump in your lap and you have $10,000 a month. That's not going to happen. You have to work at it, at anything. This is your business. If you think about it, you put in a whole bunch of time and effort with your boss that you may have, and you really don't get compensated for it. You might get a pat on the back. Oh, we'll give you 50 cent raise. You're like, a 50 cent raise? Like, I moved the darn steps. I did this. I tore the wall down. I did this, that, and the third. And it's like, wow, they don't even appreciate you sometimes. But with Empower Network, if you do what you need to do as far as going through the 8 core steps, and you do what you need to do, so that way you can earn commission, and you basically make a living off of it. You have to actually do what they ask you to do. And with Five Links, you can move up in the company, so it's not like you just stay at one standstill. Like they have different positions. The higher you go up, the more money you make, et cetera, et cetera. Well, that's about it for me. I'm gonna cut this kind of short before 10 minutes come, because it won't transfer over to YouTube. Anyway, have a good evening or day or morning, because right now it's morning here, 1:33 a.m. Have a good day, and I will talk to you later. All right, bye-bye.